Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again, and you're on the mic. It's Tuesday again, folks. That means that it's time for the anime convention preview, in which I look through the upcoming conventions for the weekends to give you an idea of where you might want to head out if you want to go out and see some of your favorite voice actors. Um, there'd be three cons this weekend, so let's get going. So the first con I'm going to talk about today, for those of you in Orlando, Florida, this will be this by the way will be the anime convention preview for the weekend, of course, Friday December 13th to Sunday the 15th. For those of you in Orlando, Florida, um, head over to the Orlando World Marriott Center. Holiday Matsuri 2019 is going on there. It's an anime convention with costuming and video gaming programming. And here's the gist of it. Holiday Matsuri is a multi-genre convention that brings the members of our community together during the holidays to have fun and give back. Basically, a nice con to try to go to before the Christmas holiday. Maybe you get some Christmas shopping done there. We celebrate anime, video games, music, celebrity guests, cosplay artists, and more in the nerd culture with holiday cheer. You can enjoy our seasonal spin on convention contests, shows, dances, and parties. Each year, Anime Matsuri puts on a formal benefit ball supporting a charity such as Extra Life. It's a great way to help our community. So it's kind of a combination convention charity affair. You guys might want to go check it. For those of you in the Orlando, Florida area or surrounding area, you guys might want to go check it out. Okay, and in attendance there first off, okay, so the advance rate is already done through. So, um, but for those of you who consider going, here are some of the guests who'll be there. Um, Two members of the comedy and gaming troupe Lava, loud, annoying, and very annoying, will be there. Ray Chase, who's also the voice of Uebe from Boruto Naruto Next Generation, as well as Hanzo and Squala from the 2011, the dub of the 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter, will be there, along with one of his um, one of his partners in from Lava, loud, annoying, very annoying. Um, Max Middleton, who's of course the voice of Satome in One Punch Man, as well as Konohamaru Sarutobi in the adult Konohamaru Sarutobi in Boruto Naruto Next Generation. Also in attendance, there will be, of course, Cynthia Krantz, who's the voice of Chi-Chi from the Dragon Ball franchise, as well as Botan from Yu Hakusho, and Shin's mom in Shin-Chan. Um, Also in attendance there, Wendy Powell, who's Envy from Full Metal Alchemist, the English voice of Envy from Full Metal Alchemist. Makoro from Yu Yu Hakusho. Um, so yeah, and Brandon McInnes will also be there, the voice of Finral from Black Clover. So for those of you in Orlando, Florida area or the surrounding communities, you want to go say hi to them. You can do that. It's also a charity event, so you want to help out your community as well. So with that, let's move on to the next con here then. So this is probably one a lot of you will be hoping to hear about as I get to it. Okay, for those of you in Montgomery, Alabama, if you head over to the Garrett Coliseum on Saturday for Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th, they have SonoCon 2019 happening there. The advance rate's still going for $39.05. So SonoCon is Alabama's premier fan convention, um, celebrating all things geek for 2 full days in our lovely state capital, Montgomery, Alabama. We are Montgomery. We are Montgomery's first and only locally organized, community-focused geek event, and are excited to be embarking on third year after transitioning from 2 awesome years under our former name, Gump City Con. Okay, I guess that comes from the idea of Forrest Gump, or in the movie Forrest Gump. We have something for everyone at SonoCon, and we know you'll always have a geeky good time right here with us. So that's the skinny on SonoCon in Alabama, in Montgomery, Alabama. Those of you in Montgomery, Alabama, and the surrounding areas, you guys might want to go check that out. Especially when you have so the so two of the guests that I'll talk about here. Vic Mignogna is going to be there. Of course, everybody knows what's been going on with Vic this year. Well, many of you who are Vic fans, he's going to be there. Everybody knows him as, of course, was Broly for a long time in Dragon Ball Z before he was recently replaced by Johnny Young Bosch. Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist, the English voice for Edward Elric in the Full Metal Alchemist series. Um, let's see, Tamaki Suo from Ouran High School Host Club. Let's see, um, Ikaku from Bleach. Nagato from Naruto series. And as well, aside from Vic being there, of course, Todd Haberkorn will be there as well, voice of Natsu Dragneel in Fairy Tail. Let's see, he was Natsu Dragneel. He is also or Death the Kid and Soul Eater. Let's see. He's been in quite a few things because I'm just having a little brain fart right now here. So anyway, so yeah, Todd and Vic will be at SonoCon this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th. If you guys want to go by and say hi to them, sure they'll appreciate it. And then also one last con to promote here. As soon as I can find it. Oh, there it is. So on Sunday, now for some of you older fans and some of you who grew up watching cartoons in the 80s like I did, this one's going to be a special treat for you. This Sunday, December 15th, for those of you in the Burlington, Ontario, Canada area, if you head over to the Holiday Inn Burlington Hotel and Conference Center, GTA Comic Con 2019 will be happening there. Comic convention with toy programming. GTA Comic Con returns for 2019 with our great selection of vendors, comics, action figures, pop culture collectibles. As I said, for those of you who grew up in the 80s like I did, this is going to be a special treat for you because Samantha Newark will be in attendance there. I know the name might not sound as familiar to some of you, because of the fact her main role from back in the 80s was as Jem, as the title character, as well as her alter ego Jerrica in the cartoon Jem and the Holograms. She was Jem and Jerrica in Jem and the Holograms. If you remember that one. She was also, of course, Ariel in the 1980s Transformers cartoon. So she did a few works there. So if you guys remember Jem and the Holograms from back in the 80s, well, there's her voice, Samantha Newark. and she was Ariel as well in Transformers. So you might want to go by and say hi, let her know that you guys are appreciative of her work if you happen to be in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. So with all that being said, that's it for the convention information. So let's look at so today being December 10th, 2019. Let's take a look back at a couple of things some things that happened on this date in history. On this date in 1969, um, Moondog Mayne would beat Roger Kirby for the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship in Portland, Oregon. On this date in 1969, Moondog Mayne would beat Roger Kirby, who passed away earlier this year, for the he would beat him for the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight title. And on this date, a couple things happened on this date in 2005. First off, the light novel adaptation of the anime series Absolute Boy would come to an end on this date in 2005. The light novel adaptation of Absolute Boy would come to an end, and okay, with that being said about Absolute Boy, also on this date in 2005, as the light novel adaptation was coming to an end. As that one was coming to an end, and let's see. The the manga adaptation of the Japanese visual novel True Tears was premiering or was starting up. The manga adaptation of True Tears, a Japanese visual novel, was beginning on this date in 2005. So, as Absolute Boy's light novel adaptation was coming to an end, the True Tears manga adaptation was beginning on this date in 2005. So, kind of some interesting bookends there. As one version was ending, another was beginning. And with that, that's basically all the news items I have for this. As I said, and once again reminding everybody that Vic and Todd will be in SonoCon this weekend in Alabama. Of course, if you're down in Orlando, you can go out and check out Holiday Matsuri as well. 2/3 of Loud, Annoying, and Very Annoying will be there. Ray Chase and Max Middleton. As well. And then, of course, for those of you up in Burlington, Ontario, Canada, for those of you who grew up in the 80s like I did myself, Samantha Newark, the voice of Jem, will be there. So, and with that, you guys can check the links below. You guys can check the links below. My Twitter handle will be down there if you want to contact me directly. I will, or you guys can always comment on my videos or on my videos or my videos or my tweets, retweets. I'm also promoting a bunch of different dub companies. Because remember, Funimation is not the only game in town. There are other dub companies you guys can support out there. Also, I'm still promoting Vic's GoFundMe, and the Ortiz family GoFundMe. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to, it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you've already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, and still help out the cause by sharing the links. After all, sharing is caring. And I'm sure they all appreciate whatever you guys can do. Um, you never know. Maybe there's somebody in your circle of friends who can help out. Doesn't hurt to ask. And if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Um, I I hope to see you guys at the premiere of this episode. If not, then I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye.